Let's see.
38 Republicans voted against it.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, cool. Can you? But I can't hear Burt.
Did you add him? Did you click his picture to bring him up next to yours?
Oh. Add to stage. Oh, Burt.
Hey.
Hey, now I can hear him. What's up?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. All right. Okay, cool. Right on. Well, thanks, Sean.
Huh.
What up, bro?
Hey, Alex.
How are you? I don't have to
nice to
contact
see you.
you tonight. What's going
Oh,
on,
yeah.
man?
I'm doing well. Got a lot of like requests for interviews and podcasts, but I'm just trying to like accommodate them to the best of my ability.
Dude, me too. Like, I know unopened. Are you getting a barrage of messages every day that's hard to keep up with? And when you say hi to someone back, they message you again, and then I lose my place in like who I said hi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With everybody.
I think I have like over hundreds of messages I need to respond to. I just try to like prioritize which ones are more urgent, but it's hard to like to tell, you know.
Oh, bro, me too. I get like the messages that say, F you, douchebag, fuck you, douchebag, and then, hey, Monkey King, live forever. Then, hey, we do an interview, the magazine, this, but you never know what's what. Like, you know, you never know what's going on. You know what I mean? And there's so many of them to click on, and when you respond back to someone, they respond back, and then you don't know if you talk to that person. I already know. How you been, man? Cool jacket. You headed out tonight?
Oh no, I'm staying in to like finish up some of the cameos. There's a jacket I had before I went on the show, but I didn't have it with me, so I just like to wear it, especially since it's getting colder out here in Jersey.
I heard you did a great job on Alex Stein tonight.
Oh yeah,
man, that is awesome, dude. The Winners Fish Tank get to go on to get on that. That's awesome, man. How you been? How's everything else?
Things are going well. I've got like a lot of new opportunities, interviews, podcasts, photo shoots. I had some roles, some offers for roles, and a lot of cameos. And I'm trying to like get everything all streamlined and organized. Also want to like learn how to like do streaming and like the TTS style thing, so I can try to like simulate it.
That is sick, man. See, and I don't know how to. I'm having these same thing on my end. Like I got the Cameo like thing going, and that's actually like I thought I had a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people hate me, but it's been doing good. And this, my friend Sean has been he set up my Twitch page, like you said, because I want a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been invited to a lot of podcasts and interviews, but the biggest thing is like the TV thing that reached out to me. That's been like the biggest thing I've had so far. So I am excited about that. But dude, like,
you look great.
You do too, man. How are you? You know what I mean? Are you getting sleep and shit?
Yeah. I've been taking my meds as regularly and my supplements. So like my mental state is a lot more stable compared to on the show.
Good, man. Good. Is it true you're thinking about setting up a TTS in your house?
Yeah, I'm trying to see like the logistics involved in doing that. So I kind of like simulate it, like maybe do like set like a scheduled time and schedule hours and time where it's active, where I can interact and engage with it, you know, so that I don't want it to be like 24/7 like the way it was in the mansion, because back then we had no.
I feel you, bro. Oh my gosh, I feel you so much. He said in the mansion. I know 24/7 is wild, man. You mean like a one-room setup or whole out, or just a whole house at certain times?
I feel like a one-room setup in my living room / bedroom.
Oh, okay, really? That's cool. Right on. Living the Burt life. That's what's up, man. That's cool, man. So tell me about your fireman. You know, you text about the fire. Are you back in?
I'm still a volunteer firefighter for the Roosevelt Park Fire Department. I took my written exam. I think like a couple of days ago. Hopefully, I should hear back in a few months on if I pass the exam. I probably will not maybe pursue the career firefighter part, but I still want to be volunteer for as long as possible.
They would be stupid and foolish to pass you up, man. And I don't think they're going to pass you up anyways. So, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. You know, so you still want to volunteer, but not like as like a whole career path type deal.
Yeah. I mean, being a career firefighter was also like a less likely to occur goal, but I still want to like take the exam anyway to see if I have what it took to pass it. And if I'm fortunate enough to actually like get called in for an interview, I'll do the best I can. Although I think if they did offer me the job, I would have to consider whether or not I want to take it. But it probably is a long shot since I'm at the maximum age, 35 in Jersey. And then I just turned 36 like in the time when we were on Fish Tank.
Well, man, you got an IQ of 160. I wouldn't say it's that big of a long shot. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing the volunteer stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd be lucky to have you, man. For real. How's again? So, like, is it constant for you now? Like, just because I mean,
yeah, like so many messages, and requests, and like positive comments, some criticisms, and
me too.
Yeah.
More criticism, no, but I do get the positive ones. That's what keeps pushing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is those good positive ones that come through. That's what I like, man. It's positive. Yeah. It's probably vice versa for you. You probably get little hate, lots of love. I get lots of hate, little love. But yeah, you know what I mean? We still carried that show, bro. Me and you did it, and that's something everybody can fucking agree on. And if they don't, they're just lying. Brothers, we carried that, man. Yeah. But yeah, it feels like a constant thing from wake up to sleeping now. Like it's just like I didn't realize like how much life was gonna.
Yeah. Also realize like how much time all this takes up to produce content, posts, and like trying to like do all these interview requests and live
setting up Discord, setting up Streamlabs and memberships and these different links and stuff and like all this. I know, man, all of it coming at once, seeing which offers are real, which like interviews are real. If they're trying to make me look stupid, you know, stuff like that. I've had people try to get me on just to make me look like a fool. You know what I mean? Like straight up.
I think it possibly has something like that. Like last night when I was hanging out with Connor, I think I was doing some audio podcasting on Twitter, X, or Discord, and
Open Space. I just learned what that was too the other day. I had to call someone out pretending to be me. But what were you saying?
Yeah, like a space on on X where I think according to some of the comments I received in the messages that they had me on to try to make me look foolish. But I think I held my own and try to like answer the questions.
You'll always hold your own, bro. And
as possible.
Nobody can make you look foolish. You're the one who's rising to stardom, and they're all staring at you. If they've got something bad to say, tell them fuck off and quit watching me then. But they won't. You know what I mean? So you don't got to worry about that. So like I said, if somebody comes at you for an interview and comes sideways at you in that stream, bro, don't even let you know, or say your piece. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? Don't let nobody talk down to you, fam. No one. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, you won the tank, bro. You won the tank. You outlasted us all, bro. You did. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. And if they hadn't, pulled the shit they pulled to me, it would have been me and you top two. You know what I mean? You know that. Yeah. Everyone knows that. You know what I mean?
One of my biggest regrets on the show is not fighting hard enough to keep you in the tank. I mean, when you left for real that time, I thought it was just another bit like they did with Binks. She left and then she came back. I thought you were going to come back.
Honestly, dude, I was invited back at that point. I think too much stuff had happened, and I was supposed to be on the finale, obviously in Vegas, but I'll explain that later. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I told you, dude, that was not your fault. Like I said, you were completely manipulated by Frank. Like that, dude. No, don't you dare feel guilty about that shit. You know what I mean? I saved my rage for the shit talkers. Me and you have always been brothers, bro. I've never said a bad word, never would say a bad word about, and I know you wouldn't about me. I saved anger for the people out there who lie. You know what I mean? The people that are outside still trying to play motherfucking fish tank. You know what I mean? Out in the real world. I'm glad to see you rising, bro. I really am. That's cool as shit. For real.
I'm so glad we're talking, hanging out
Yeah,
again.
dude. Like I said, I'm out here in Tahoe right now, and I know you got big things coming on. And like I said, if we came on here, we got a good time. Like I said, I know you got stuff to got to do another, 19, 25 minutes, whatever, but it's actually good to talk to someone from the tank who went through and didn't lie, Burt. Like from the beginning, I even said, you know what I mean? And other people out there who aren't like absolute fucking morons realize that you and Teddy, and I've said this a million times, the only two people with they're good. You should have been on the show for strength, yes, win, but when I mean like too good of people, man, like shit like that, bro. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm glad to see you on the rise, dude. That stuff's awesome. I'm glad you outlasted and you beat the tank, dog. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
I did communicate with Teddy. I think like last week.
Right on.
So he seems to be doing well. I guess there was like maybe some low key drama that happened.
May
After
I
tank.
May I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
So I just found out last night through somebody in my Discord. Is this true? So I haven't, I've been trying to wrap my head around some of the fish tank more. Some, not so like to do the knowledge, first sort off. But regardless, so
yeah.
I heard that Teddy, is this true? Did he know? Was he a fan of Fish Tank and got caught? That's the rumor. Like I said, there's so many people who say shit, so I don't know if it's true. And I'm not stating this is true, but I heard that like he got caught by doing something like this. He said something like, instead of, you remember when we didn't know, when we still thought we were on Hulu and we were saying, hey, computer, we didn't know it's TTS. Teddy evidently looked at the camera and said, hey, computer. And then evidently he got pulled aside. That was the story I heard last night. Do not know if it's true. Off the record, please nobody mark me for that. That's just what I heard last night.
That's what Jeremy, Jason, Sam character. He said that when we were on Fish
Jeremy,
Tank.
Jason, Sam character. I feel you, dude. What the fuck? Who is this guy? Sam Hyde, I know. But
yeah. Oh yeah, I found out after we got to change his name is Sam Hyde. But his character on the show, he claimed that the reason why Teddy got booted from the show is because like he apparently knew what Fish Tank was and was a fan.
Yep.
And that they caught him saying the TTS
exactly what I heard.
The camera before it was revealed that it was Fish Tank. And I guess to them that was a indication that he already knew what the show was, and like apparently they believe that he tricked his way onto being on the show. So
it is true. Like I said, that's the exact what I heard last night from one of my buddies.
That's
Cobra
what they
Clan out there, Cobra Clan. Sorry, they told me about that. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what we were told on the show. I talked to Teddy recently, and I think from his version, they said that they misinterpreted the situation, but I think they just kind of painted him as the villain of that situation, and he got removed from the show, and then I guess he got the harassment in like online and some of the forums about it. But he seems like, I mean, I'm still cool with him, and I still want to like get to hang out and interact with him.
Yeah, that doesn't make him not a cool person. Like if he was a big Fish Tank fan and he wanted like shit, that doesn't like. I mean, honestly, it's nothing different than anything they do, bringing in homeless people and freeloaders and stuff. I mean, Teddy knew what it was. I mean, I get it from the beginning, but evidently, like Missy knew what it was too from day one, supposedly. You know what I mean? Like, she had an iPad on her. You know what I mean? I mean, it kind of speaks volumes to me.
Missy and I are cool now. We managed to clear the air when she returned in the RV during the last week of the show.
How was it for you? How was the RV?
It was not my favorite RV.
I'm sorry. That's funny the way you said that. Like your face expression, you go, it was not my favorite. Yeah, keep going. Sorry. That was awesome though.
Because the thing is, I already like gotten the hang and the gist of how the logistics of the game worked in the mansion. And all of a sudden we were being transferred to this RV. And then we spent days cramped in that smelly, cramped, like uncomfortable RV where we had barely any healthy water to drink, any adequate sleeping space. And
so it wasn't like a luxury RV. It was a shitbag RV.
Yeah, at least it was like a hellhole.
He said a hell. Oh my God. I know.
I didn't understand like why we transferred from the comfortable mansion to this cramped ass RV, because they said that Act 3 ended after just 4 days with the reboot because the new people were boring, but yet this RV shit was even more boring than things were in the mansion during that last week we were in the mansion. I was like really confused. But I found that like there was some type of like zoning law issue where the production had to leave the mansion and still continue the show. So they did it in RV format, and they took us to Vegas for the Vegas trip that I won.
I heard actually some fans were upset about that, saying they didn't pay a season pass for one camera or something like that out there. That some people were actually upset about that. Like,
Yeah.
it turned into one camera instead of them being able to switch rooms. And the secret games, being able to follow people.
Yeah.
Man, but
Confusing to me, but now I understand that we were basically the production was forced to make us leave the mansion, but we still had like 9 days left of filming to do for the show. So I think this was like a spur of the moment, try to make shit up as we go along idea to do the RV thing.
I mean, that's just I'm getting from some of the comments I'm seeing in the community. Like, they're just trying to pick it up as they go along. But one thing would have been sure if they would have just kept their word to me, man. That RV couldn't have been born. We would have turned it into a motherfucking jam house somehow. I know it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Not the people sitting around. We would have caused havoc. But yeah, did they really drop Jeff off in Vegas? I mean, I never know who to ask that. Is that real?
Yeah. Apparently, from what I gathered from being in the situation, Jeff apparently stole items from Luke. Apparently, he has some type of like drug problem during that RV storyline, and because of this, I think Jeff. I'm sure if Jeff was forced to leave, or he decided, or got fed up and chose to leave. It's not really clear to me exactly what happened, but anyway, after that, he left the RV and didn't return. They said that he was in Vegas for a while, but he somehow found his way back home.
Okay, well, good for him. Good. At least he's fucking home. Shit, man. Stranded. Like I said last time I talked to you, these motherfuckers really had me believing you was stranded in the desert, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm serious.
Leave me for like about 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes afterwards. But they eventually came back with the car. And
did you believe at any point that they had ditched you?
I thought for the first couple minutes that they were just gonna come back. Like, it's like, okay, like, haha, bit's over. Like, you can come back. And I was like, they were just gone. And I was like waiting and like talking to myself, like, what the fuck's going on? And then like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I was like, what the hell? Are these seriously gonna just leave me here stranded with this check?
Sorry, go ahead.
With his big cardboard check for $0. I was like, what the fuck?
They really gave you a check for $0? Somebody told me that.
That cardboard check thing. They
fuck.
Yeah. But they eventually did pay me, but not the full $50K like as promised. They just gave me $15,000, which is like, a third, less than a third of the full $50,000.
That's better than I got. I got $0. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's because I thought, wait, what about the day rate that apparently everyone got, right?
I got nothing. You know what I mean? Literally no fish bucks, nothing. But I mean, shit. I'm
sorry to hear that.
No, it's all good, man. It's not your fault, man. Believe me, we were all being mind fucked in there. You know what I mean? But like coming out of it, and like it's still weird, like trying to learn like the community. A lot of them are so secretive, and you never know, like, you never know who's even telling you the truth, even when they message you, acting like your friend. That's the scary part. If they're trying to make you look like a walker or what, if they're trying to actually help you, that's where I'm struggling. I'm struggling like differentiating who's actually trying to help and who's actually like, I don't know, that maybe that's just me,
There are several people who reached out to me saying that they don't like the idea of us hanging out or associating with each other. I try to explain that, like, that you're special to me and that I want to still keep you in my life. And
just like Frank, and just like, you got to think, these are internet people who weren't in the house with us. These internet people, they don't even know me. They only know what they saw in the fish tank of me. They only know what they see in my videos. So how would they know if I'm a good or bad person? People messaging, people who have never met me or anybody I even know in the entire world. People messaging you that have no connection with me or anybody I've ever met in my life. Think about that. It's random internet people just messaging. The same people who were trying to feed codes and stuff to you, even though you knew they didn't mean shit, it was a way to occupy time and stuff. But like, people are going to, random people, don't hang out with that. Like I said, I got a lot of haters out there, so I wouldn't doubt it. Those are going to people who are your fans and hate me. Then I have people like, there's fans. I mean, like I said, you've seen the comments, some of the videos. Oh, the brothers, this and that love seeing our content, that love it, like I said. But there's going to be haters from each side. Like I said, there's like, it's crazy, man. Like,
Yeah.
There's not even one good reason for someone to say that to you. It's like the day when Frank was telling you, and I was begging G. I was like, G, are you really going to sit here and not tell him what really happened about the whole being the closet thing, like all threatening the rape? That all happened. And I was like, you remember when I was like, Burt, not asking anything of you. Believe me, because I knew what they were doing. They were just lying to you, and you were, I knew you had my back, and you just didn't know who to believe at that point. But saying the same thing now. Well, I believe some random internet people. Do you really think they got your best? Like, really, just some random people messaging, like who don't know me from Adam. The only thing they know about me is from what they see on the fish tank, and they put us in the most wild, extreme situations, and they think that's who we are in our everyday fucking life. Like it's crazy. I don't know, and I get messages all the time saying this person from the show is saying this about you. This person from the show is saying this about you. This person from the show is saying this about you. I get messages.
I get similar things about, like, they said they're talking shit about Banks, Mizzy, and they mentioned stuff about your wife.
I want you to do me a favor. Look for one comment. Look for one video where I ever say one bad thing. You're actually the only contestant I probably haven't ran my mouth about. Not the only one. I never said anything about Peyton or anything like that, or like some other people. But it's just the one I only retaliated like 3 or 4 people because when I got out, they had talked crap about me. Like that's what my weird thing with Connor. I like defended him to the last point of the house. Like I really did. I was backing up, trying to keep Frank and when Mizzy and them were going after that bag. Do you remember? Like right when I left, I was trying to protect because I said I would have his back. And then I get out to him doing shit talk videos, and he's the one that showed me the text. I uploaded the video that Sam was this and that. I retracted my statement. We're good. And it's just like, I don't know. That just upset me because I had his back to the very end. Like I said, he was. That
Let's be a Connor. We hung out last night. We went to a bar and we did a live stream together after midnight.
Oh yeah, y'all both Jersey boys.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. I did see a clip that he showed me from I think the night before you and him left the house together. That like he said that if Connor said in the video during the fish tank that if he left, he was going to take you with him.
What happened?
That like I think he said to the camera when they were kept giving him all that gay porn to Connor against his will. That Connor said that it was like something to the effect of, I think, if you want me to leave, fine, I'll leave, but I'm going to take Alex with me, and imply that the show will not be as interesting with both Connor and you gone from the show.
I'll be honest with you, from the count of plushies and TTS and Rose and all that stuff, dude, me and you were the leaders by far. I mean, there's just no way to say it. I mean, it came from G's own mouth. With the clip, he said, Alex B could have carried us the rest. I mean, I don't know how much more fucking proof they could ask for that. They even said in the comments, Alex and Burt would have been crazy. And Connor, I don't know how he could have planned that one because Connor was like, Frank, get away from me. Frank, get away from me. Mizzy and Frank were getting up, and then Mizzy backed off. But Frank wouldn't stop. And I said, Connor, I'd have your back. So I tried to have his back. But, like, he didn't, like, plan. He just, Connor said, fuck this, I'm leaving. And that was like, well, I'm leaving too. Because that was right after the time where they brought in my family. Jacqueline, you know what I mean? With all that crazy nonsense. They had too many guns pointed at me at, like, the same 2 days. So they dropped too much on me at one time. And then they had my brother in the house. At that point, like, not believing me at that point. That's how bad they got out in all of our heads. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I mean, I really did have Connor's back to the end. And even after on our ride, back to the hotel, we were cool. That's why I never understood that. That's a very fake thing to me to do that. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. But it's okay. It's okay.
It broke my heart when I found that you were really gone and not coming back. I think they caught me on camera breaking down and crying, missing you.
Well, man, it's not that, like I said, it's not that I wanted to exit. It's the fact that they put me in an ultimatum when choose family over money. Like, I'm just not a person who would ever ditch my family over 50K, over 10 million, nothing, because a man without a family is a man without shit. You know what I mean? Literally. You know what I mean? I got my family here in Texas. I got my family here in Kentucky. You know what I mean? And I got my brother right there over there in New Jersey, baby. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Fuck. And anybody that could ever say, hey, scour the internet. You're the only person I've never said a bad word. Teddy, I've never talked shit about Teddy either because there's nothing to talk shit about him. He's a nice person.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Teddy is an empath. He feels for fucking people like way deeper than you know what I mean? This man is like, it's like you all possess these golden hearts. I don't understand why I don't have that type shit. Like fucking, you know, I just don't possess that chip.
Yeah.
You and Ted, and you know what's funny? You know what I love the most? In the middle of all the chaos, the fish tank and shit, when you're like, I'm not gonna drop my moralities, I'm not gonna drop my fucking morals, you know, this and that. I don't want to do it this way. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you still won the motherfucking tank, mate. You still fucking won without compromising everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really throw a wig full of pee at Binks?
Oh, sorry. Jacqueline wanted to add a question for you. She
Yeah.
wants to know if you, because someone else in our Discord told us, did you really throw a wig full of pee at Banks?
Yeah.
Oh, Burt! I can tell by his face. Sorry. What happened?
Yeah. It was near I think the final week we're in the mansion.
See, you're telling me the story. I've never, like, this was just told. So this is,
Yeah.
What happened?
Chris or Fatty from
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he's a guy that came in during Act 3, the reboot thing we were doing. He kind of like manipulated the situation where it's like he made me and Binks kind of like turn against each other, become like enemies. And at the time, I felt like this was genuine.
How so? Like, what was he doing?
He basically made it seem like Binks was targeting Peyton, and I was trying to protect Peyton. So I told Chris, or Fatty, the character on the show, to target Binks instead. And it turns out that like Binks was originally a target, I think me, and then I was like kind of manipulated into be targeting Binks, and then she threw stuff at me. I think like some fish guts at me, and then out of anger, because I thought this was genuine, I was like, really
hit her with the heat, bro. What you mean? Two fish guts on you. Retaliate. Yeah, you didn't hit, but you threw some gross shit back.
I think I got into her suitcase, started throwing shit around. I threw the wig in the toilet, and then I took the
Burt. Come on, you know I'm a storm. I love the chaos. I'm sorry, I'm cheering you on.
Yeah.
I can see it.
The wig in her face.
Sorry, Jacqueline is one of the. What is it?
What was the driving point for him to quit his adult entertainment job? He seems like something in the tank made him turn a new leaf. That's from KO.
Did you hear that?
Paper.
Yeah. When I realized that I had the potential to actually have a substantial career in like traditional acting and modeling and safe work content creation, I realized that with the adult content and the sex work that like it's kind of like been there, done that. Now the opportunity.
I'm proud of you, but keep going.
Yeah, it's like I have the opportunity to do something different, something that's more in line with my long-term ideals and goals. So I decided to like leave the adult content industry behind and focus strictly on safe work content, legitimate acting and modeling opportunities, and become a substantial mainstream actor.
You're above that. I believe you're above that. Keep going. I want to hear.
Yeah. So
you're above that.
And I realized, and they explained that with like to get brand deals and sponsorships, that it was important that I had to try to scrub the adult content off the internet to the best of my ability.
Someone told me that today. Cobra Clan. Someone told me that today, actually, man. So, but yeah, that's man. Like, yeah. So, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the big change?
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just like ironically, now I'm getting hit up by so many dudes and chicks, trans, non-binary, wanting to get with me. When it's like when I declared that I'm not gonna like be a over sex horn dog anymore. Like I'm trying to maintain some semblance of abstinence and celibacy, and maybe I might have relations again, but only with someone that's like a long-term, meaningful relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, dude. Like I said, you'd be surprised. You know, you're a character like I am. You know what I mean? It's just different types. But dude, you wouldn't believe some of the weird comments. Like I said, I'm trying to look through, try to see like,
Yeah,
looking
this
through the
is a
jobs. We
personal
get these
question,
crazy things said to us.
Oh.
Exactly, same things like you're talking about. One more
Burt
question.
from Michael. I'm
Okay.
reading the comments.
Okay, if that's up to him if he wants to take it. I'm talking to my
Okay,
brother.
does he wanna
Okay,
take a
you're gonna
question?
take a question from someone?
Oh, sure.
Okay, that's someone. What's up? What's the question?
This is a personal question.
It's a personal question, Bert. You don't have to fucking answer it because I'm not trying to. I'm talking to my brother here, but I'll have to take
These
one
are
from the fan.
questions from the comments.
Oh, okay, from the what's the question? Yeah, we're not. I can't see him either.
Has Burt had sex since leaving the fish tank?
Has Bert had sex since leaving the fish tank?
No, I
Okay.
haven't. I mean, I've got a lot of requests, but the thing is, I don't actually have time to meet up to have sexual relations with random people because, like, I have like so many things I have to take care of. Like, some of my bills didn't get paid on time, so I had to like scramble to make sure that those got paid before they ding my credit report. And also, I'm trying to like schedule, organize all these interviews, these requests for like podcasts, the streaming, the meet and greets, the content creation.
Yep, it's a fast-moving train, and all this new shit from Discord to Twitch, to accounts that haven't even created. Do this, do that, upload this, the link, hyperlink, fix the Twitch to look like this, fix this page to look like this podcast, this interview. Oh, this guy was a troll, this, all that shit. This guy was a walker, but like I said, the biggest payment fish tank was me from like I said. I've gotten a lot of podcasts and interview offers, done a couple that haven't released yet, but like. The 3 TV things are my favorite because that's what I always wanted to do.
Oh, well, what shows are you going to be on? Or like, did they offer you?
Not allowed to say. I kind of gave one away pretty much because I thought it was somebody from the fish tank community, but it wasn't. They actually came in our Discord. There were no servers that created.
Says, we're proud of you, Burt.
Yeah. All the way says, I'm proud of you, Burt. We all are proud of you. But like with the Zach Bag in the museum thing, I thought it was walking to a trap of walkers. Somebody like comped. It wasn't paid for. It was comped. Like meaning like an owner. Yeah. So we should have $440 worth of like these RIP. I thought it was Walker Pit. I was gonna make some content. Let's get it. You know what I mean? I thought that it was. It's not. And then we got reached out to after that, and that's what I'm not allowed to talk about. But I think that kind of like spoiled itself. But I already know that it didn't break my NDA, so I'm okay.
Can I confess something to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Initially, remember like when you were kind of acting a little zany, and I gave you my supplements to try to chill you out. In the beginning, like I didn't like you at all. In fact, I found you irritating. But then I realized that from production that the way you were acting, kind of like zany and nutty, was kind of like what they were looking for. So after me and Ted, after Ted turned me down for the Vegas trip. I started like to observe you to understand how you act and behave to try to like mimic it. And I noticed that when you're sleep deprived is when you're kind of acting a little nutty. So I was trying to like fuck with my medication and supplements a bit to make myself also stay up at night, be sleep deprived in order to like mimic you. And then from hanging out with you, I realized that we had like a lot in common. I kind of like realized that we were like kindred spirits in a way, like
brothers, man,
like brothers.
I know that.
And I had like genuine affection for you.
What'd you say?
Yeah. I had affection for you.
Dude, okay, so I am wild, and most of that dude for me wasn't a character. I'm pretty wild, but the thing is, I am very loyal to the people who are loyal to me, man. And no matter what, like you weren't fake in that house. You and Teddy were not fake. You know what I mean? That was really hard. Like you'd even know, like when I'd say I'm mad, who's doing this? My not fakeness was like in a rage way. I mean, yours came out like sometimes you got mad too, but like yours was like, I don't want to break these morals, just to win this way. Like a big part of me respected that. But a big part of me is also like, I knew everybody in there was like trying to play their own game and had their own agenda. You know what I mean? So, but like, yeah, I mean, I got a few screws loose, bro. But like,
it just makes you the charming, wonderful guy that I care about.
Thank you. What?
Question for both of y'all.
Okay, there's a question for both of us now. Do we want to answer it?
Chaotic, yeah.
Okay.
Chaotic paper. I got.
If it's stupid, bro, I won't even say it. What is it?
It's not stupid.
Okay, what is it?
Alex and Burt, what was your least favorite moment of the show, either personally or them witnessing other people going through shit?
What was our worst moment of the show? You can
I
start.
think the worst moment, like the two worst moments of the show for me were like the being attacked with eggs thing after the whole Brandon incident, the reboot, and losing the cell challenge. That whole experience on the second day, after I broke down, started like crying after it seemed like my efforts to keep the cell clean wasn't appreciated, and
No, it
then
wasn't. And
lost
people
in the
came
end
in
after all that.
and
After all that shit. So it's like those are the two least favorite moments where like it like had the most like emotional impact on me. But now the show's ended, it's like it was good content for the viewers. So as long as they were entertained, then I'm okay with any of the trauma or emotional distress I dealt with on the show.
damn, man, I know. I gotta say that's crazy, and you're right. My two least favorite. One of them was also the cell, as me and you were two of the last four people in there. You know what I mean? Getting rage baited, like I shouldn't have let my that made me so. After 38 hours of that fucking hell, I drop a fish. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I was so mad at myself. I was so mad at myself. The other, the other one, the other one was not being able to do what I wanted to do to Frank. I'm sorry, dude, but he did all those things I told you were true. He threatened rape on my family, on my mother. I wasn't lying to you, Bert. Even then, when I was like, I don't need anything, he said that. That's why Ben and them ran up there. Oh, don't use that word. Why? Because everybody fucking heard it. Like, and he did. And when like that, like when you threaten that on my mother and like my family and animals, that I knew if I had stayed. I heard that. Let's put it this way. I know I would have left in handcuffs. But I heard Frank spit on people in season 2. I heard that yesterday.
Oh.
Well, he blew smoke in my face. I spit on him 7 times. And someone said, you know what's funny? I think he knew not to spit on you because something was going to happen. But the thing is, all the shit that he calls right in there, and he stinks so bad, and just like the blatant disrespect, and then me leaving the tank, backing up Connor, him hanging out in the hotel room, and then just to get out, find him talking crap. Like, why, dude? I literally backed you up to the very last moment. Like, what the fuck? That's, I mean, to me, that's some fake shit. I mean, I know you're friends with him. I haven't talked to him. I don't hate the dude. I'm just disappointed to find that out. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I literally went out trying to have your back, man. I literally went out doing what I said I was going to do, Connor. You know, like, thanks.
But I feel like most of the fans of Fish Tank season 3 agreed that like you and Connor leaving the show was kind of like when the show started to dip in like quality.
Bro, if I had a nickel, really, and I said this too, for every time I heard that, I'd probably have now like $150. And that's a lot. Dude, I've heard that when the day I left, they nosedived. I mean, Sam walked outside and literally said that day, though, that was the highest ratings they had also that one day. I mean, and they can do the money count. It was, you know, without me and you, Bert, that show would have tanked. The fish tank would have been, they brought 2 sharks in the water. That was just a bunch of Long John Silvers. You know what I mean? That's why you're on the way up, man. I'm so proud of you. But don't listen to them. Dude, do you really think some kid on the internet messaging you, hey, I don't like Alex. He shouldn't. Yeah, because I know that kid so well. Whoever's messaging you doesn't even know me. You know, think about that. Look at my page. Like, I'll get like 15% positive comments, 85%. Oh, Alex, blah, 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 blah. I get people saying my monkeys are CGI and my house is my mom. The crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like my house and picture. Never mind. I'm not going to rehash that. But like, it's just, it's a bunch of nonsense. Some of the people will still try to troll you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess some people don't understand the beautiful person you are. I mean, I guess it's kind of like hard for them to see beyond the show because they didn't, spend time one-on-one like you and I have, and like know that you're rough around the edges, but that just makes you the beautiful, charming man that I care about.
Bro, I appreciate that so fucking much. Like, I really do. The thing is, everybody out there, and I know I can be a lot, and I know I can be an asshole and a dick, but it's always to promote. I swear to God, like I said again, like the first time I got into an argument, I think it was the first night, is when Symbol stole Teddy's fucking candy. And I wanted him to give it back. It's always someone that puts me in that situation to get really angry. If I'm not like poked at and bothered, I like to have a good time, run around. I'm in happy spirits. Like, yeah, let's hang out. Let's do this, you know, fuck it. Let's whatever. Floor is lava. That looked fun. Oh man, I hated that. I remember I jumped on that marble thing and it just broke. Oh man, that sucked. But yeah, I like to have fun naturally. It's always when someone does something and then I end up taking it too far. I am an easy person to rage bait. Man, I'm trying to work on that, but like I don't know, man. Like but when people say comments like Frank did, I just can't forgive something like that. That's even if he is a comedian, I can find funnier things to joke about than fucking rape. You know what I mean? Like that's not funny to me in any way, shape, or form. You know, but like that, I just love how you powered through the tank, dog. You beat the odds against all people. And I always bring up the point that Burt was the only one, well, besides the people who knew from the start and didn't tell anybody, that was like, something's not right here. And everybody, including me, and I was still your brother, but I was like, Burt, I think you're being paranoid. And everybody, you know what I'm talking about. And you were the only one that knew this was not what it seems. You know what I mean? You were the only one in the damn house. They'd fooled all of us 100%, myself included. I 100% believed we were on Hulu and all that shit. Yeah. Oh man. And then, like I said, you were like, you just knew. You fucking knew. You were suspicious the whole time, bro. And you had right to be. And then you ended up being right. And then, I can definitely like understand why you tried to like crack some of those codes and shit too now. Cause I mean, they had me. But honestly, something funny that like you did, I'll never forget on the show. Burt, at one point, they were deep in our psyches. I remember there was like four of us up in the bed, up in the top room. We're all talking. And one of the dudes from production brought you a plushie, right? Yeah. Right? We handed you a plushie. They were like, Burt, look at the plushie. You go like this. Like and the stuff goes everywhere. You know what I mean? Everybody loved that. That was good content. That was fun.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was something in there or for real, or if it was just like something I'm supposed to be doing. Because like I was trying to figure out direction, like what to do each day on the show. Because the rules has changed randomly on a whim. There's no consistency, and I'm trying to figure out what should I be doing right now that is entertaining or engaging or based on what production wants. So I was just trying to like go along with whatever.
Better, dude. You couldn't have said it better. Like the whole thing was a mind fuck. Like what do they want? What do they want? Like, do they want this? Do they want that? You know, the house telling me to be quiet, production telling me to be myself. I was so confused the whole time.
Yeah, contradictory instructions. Like,
all the time.
Everyone said like to ignore the TTS, but yet the TTS would constantly give me repeated instructions to do something. And so I was like, I think I'm supposed to follow it because like, why is he repeating over and over again to do stuff like? So I kind of like just went with my gut and trusted my instincts.
Do you know what shocked me the most though? Is the prices they were paying for the plushies and shit. You've seen all that, right?
Yeah, I learned it was like really.
Oh my God! For forced confessionals and stuff, hundreds of dollars. I mean, that's wild. I mean, that shows how dedicated the fans are and like support, and that's awesome. And honestly, I didn't even know they cost that much at that point. I just remember being so excited to get Reach One. I was like, yeah, Aperture. I remember the guys sent me like or something like that, or like Kingpin, Alex B needs a jewel. Oh, people like that. And I would be like, yeah. And I had no idea they were paying that much. If I knew they were paying $5 like that, I would have given you way more of a show. Oh my gosh! If I would have known like you all were doing that and that much support, holy shit, guys! I would like, oh man. Now that we know that, we would have that house would have been burnt down by the time we were done with it, Burt. You know what I mean?
I did actually consider burning the house down when they said ended early.
Yeah. He said I actually did consider, oh man, that's awesome.
Right, because it said like we were leaving the house and the show was over. I was like, well, fuck this, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker to the ground. Like,
oh my God.
But Connor kind of like prevented me from doing so. I mean, and thank God I was gonna be somewhat facetious, but also pissed off at the same time. So I was like,
I know what you
mean. I just settled on like robbing the whole fucking place, like stealing everything I can and putting it in my bag and like taking it with me, but like then they left all this. We had to leave all that stuff back at the mansion to go in the RV.
So after the RV, did you ever collect your shit from the mansion? How did that work?
I think they said that at some point the production is gonna like mail some of our plushies and roses and stuff that we won back
What about
to
your
our
clothes?
home address.
Your clothes and stuff. Did y'all take that in the RV with you?
I took some of my clothes that were in the fish tank, but they were covered with like slop,
I believe.
like corned beef and fish and stuff. So I didn't have a lot of clean clothes to wear. That's why I was trying to like get some clean clothes for whenever we were traveling in the RV. We went to stop by a
But
store.
did they give any instruction like, hey, you guys can't take your whole suitcases? There's not enough room or anything like that?
They did say I can't take all the stuff I try to like swipe from the mansion after they said the show had ended and that Binks was the winner. I didn't understand like what the F was going on, but I was like, you know what, F this. Like I put 5 weeks of my time in this crap, and then they did all that gold Burt stuff, and then they said, oh, Binks is a winner because apparently Vance or Luke screwed up the ending of the show. They were going to do some like Truman Show style bullshit where they're going to like try to convince me that every person on the show was an actor and I'm the only one who was like the real contestant, the one that was clueless about what was everything that was going on. Because most of the time I did feel like I was like the most clueless one, but at the same time I felt like I was the only one who had a somewhat of an inkling of what we were supposed to be doing in the show in terms of like being entertaining, wild, and engaging. I think you also realized that like being wild.
I didn't realize that. I was just getting rage baited and getting mad at all the shit coming through or hyped about it. I was just excited. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like at that point, honestly, I had no guess anymore. They had me like, okay, I'm done fucking guessing. Every time I think I got it figured out, I have nothing figured out. You know what I mean? Like every time. So I just quit and I kind of like embraced the madness. Have fun. Make the best of our situation. You know what I mean?
Do you wish that you had stayed like at least till the end until they forced you out?
Well, they didn't force me out. I left. Like I straight up left, backing up Connor. No one forced me out. Every time I tried to leave, even when everybody was trying to stop me, every time I tried to leave, it felt like the whole house would block it. The thing is, if they had kept their word, yes, and I would have given them the show of a lifetime. And I'm okay with all the production guys. I have nothing bad to say about the fish tank guys over there. I'm cool with all of them. And I wish they wouldn't have put me in the situation. We could have made a lot more money together, guys. We could have, and we could have a lot better show. And like I said, spread your bombs out. I wasn't joking when I said I wasn't ever gonna pick. I wouldn't pick $10 million over family. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like. You're family to me, dude. I wouldn't pick $10 million over you. I'm serious, dude. When I develop loyalty, it's done. It's sealed. It's done. You know what I mean? So like I wish they hadn't put me in a position because I could have stuck around, had fun. My family was cool with it at that point. Had they kept their word on that one thing, you know what I mean? I would have been there.
What was the deal-breaking moment that made you leave the show?
The rape comments and all that, backing up Connor, and the fact that like my family was right down the street at that point, and like I was so mad at that. And then I knew that they had told my family that Binks had left and then brought her back.
Yeah.
That was, you know, I knew it was going to happen then. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff, you know, and it's not even I had like some personal vendetta. I didn't have anything to do with the creation of that whole plan. Like they had us sitting on the bed with plushies saying they were going to fix my situation and shit. And it was crazy because like I didn't want any of that to unfold like that. And it's just like, it did. We could have given them a fucking wild ride to the very end. And like I said, they were cool with it winning. You know what I mean? Like instant, it's just, they didn't stick to their word. And if they had not done that one thing, yeah, me and you would have been the last two.
You mean stick to their word?
You probably still would have won. What? Stick to the word about like, see, here's the thing. I had nothing to do with her becoming on the show. She even told them that she was liability, all that was true. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do this. Remember, anyways. So I had nothing, I didn't know that was going on. And then that whole deal made with Binks fake leaving and coming back, I had nothing to do with that. I was just like, what is going on? I can't believe all this is happening. I didn't wish that upon anyone. I wish that whole situation was different. But like, they should like it just came down to choice, family or this. And I mean, they gave me an ultimatum. choose your family or this. What the fuck? I mean, I would hope anybody in the world would have chosen their family. If they didn't, that speaks volumes about that person to me. You know what I mean? But like, I wasn't presenting a character. That's, like I said, that's just kind of who I am. I just kind of embraced it. And like when I developed, I know I'm wild, but the people like who are like old me, I'm old too. Like I said, I pretty much everybody ran their mouth about me. And I mean, like I said, I'm a controversial character, but as far as content goes, dude, it's obvious me and you brought the most to the show. People can go out there doing their interviews, do whatever they want, dude. It would have been boring as fuck without us.
Yeah, I mean, I learned from being on the show that controversy is what, gets good content, gets good ratings, keeps the views up.
Yep.
So like people who are like too, I guess, nice, sweet, and boring, it's kind of like it's not entertaining enough. You kind of need to be like a little zany, kooky, have some wild energy.
Me and you are actually like that. Wild, like Connor. Even though Connor did, I said that Connor was good entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll even say that about him. But they had a lot of boring motherfuckers in that house who were just sitting, and they were trying to play Family House, not Famous House, before we knew. They were trying to just sit in corners and whisper. They weren't about action. You know what I mean? Going in there, getting wild, passing out an ass whooping, all that shit, yelling, getting all that. But instead, they were like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Yeah, because that's a fun show. Let's just sit here.
Yeah.
I'll be
also like find the balance between being like kind of like zany and nutty, but at the same time, I didn't want to put myself on the chopping block for elimination because we were the contestants are the ones who vote each other out.
This is what I think. This is my honest opinion, and this is some advice I've been given recently. Because lately I've been trying to play to the crowd and what people want me to do, and I have been told by a couple people I trust, and I think the same will go for you. I'm going to pass on, take it or leave it. My best content is when I'm just being myself and not trying to appease to people. I think your best content is the same as well. You being yourself. You're an awesome character. People watch. Like I said, if you try to please every person, you're going to piss off someone else. It's kind of like the president. No one can make everyone happy. It's anyone. Exactly. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, you're not going to make 100% of the people happy. There's no way to do it. The best content you're going to create is being yourself and not adhering to what one person says in a chat. Oh, that one person says, because I was doing that for a second. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're like, no, just be your fucking self. You know what I mean? And yeah, like it's just, so I just know that if it would have been a totally different show had they not done that. It would have been a totally different show and way more fucking fun with way more adventure and way more get wild if they had not done that one thing. And like I said, I'm not mad at them. Like I said, it was a good idea on their part, but it was the ending result that kind of like they were basically trading one good scene for the rest of the season besides you. Then you carried it the rest of the way.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that they would surprise me by having you show up like in the finale.
Honestly, I'll give you that answer now. I was supposed to be in the finale, Burt. And if anybody ever, like I said, well, they asked me back for 3 days. I already put those comments up. But like I said, and if somebody says they didn't out there, I promised them I wouldn't dox them. But I recorded them asking me on the phone, and not just the phone number too. Jacqueline was recording me talking to them on speakerphone of them asking me back to the finale. The real reason I did not go on the finale was because, like I said, I had been paid, none of that stuff, and Jacqueline shut that shit down because of how her and my daughter were treated leaving the show. That was very off camera and it was bad. Bad. So she said, no, you're not doing the shit. And I would make that choice. Family over, I would choose family over fame any day of the world. Like I said, and that's the reason I didn't appear on the finale. And it had, at that point, like I said, I wasn't lying. My dad's obituary had been attacked. His gravestone desecrated. About 3,000 Venmo requests to my mother. Because I thought that I was in a house just talking to people amongst like people who were going through, a reality TV show together, a shared experience. I didn't know the things I was saying hundreds of thousands of fucking people were listening to. I would have never, ever, ever. And then the best part about it, not the best part, but they didn't even believe me about the shit I was saying. The monkeys, the family, And
Yeah.
every bit of it was fucking true. Every bit of it. And like, it's just, and I know my story seems a little bit crazy, but my life has been a little bit crazy. But like, dude, I'm glad that the doors that they have opened for you too. I'm glad that you at least got some money out of it. You know what I mean? For sure, because that was bullshit to do all that for nothing.
The interesting thing that is like,
I lost money.
Like,
watches, clothes.
oh, yeah.
I lost money. Work time. I lost money messing with that show. But then again, you know.
The interesting thing is like, since the fans know that the production didn't pay me the full 50 grand, I noticed I've been getting like a lot of like deposits into like my like Venmo and Cash App. I guess because they want to like,
as you should.
They didn't pay the full 50 grand.
Dude, I
and
love
a lot of Cameo requests, which I had like over 50. I think I just hacked like 15 or 20 of them so far. I just had to finish the rest before the holidays.
That's awesome, man. My Cameo is doing way better than I expected. I've only got a few PayPal donations, but that started the other night. Sometimes take streaming full too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to take this to another level. And plus with these the only three, like I said, I have so many messages to shift through, and I'm still learning how to do all this and learning who to trust and not to trust and all this stuff at the same time. And like I said, it sucks because I have all these messages and like kind of like about that Vegas thing, like that Zach Baggin. Okay, so we got that message 3 days too late. We were supposed to be there like 3 days, and then we messaged them back. Oh, sorry, I missed this, and they set it up again. So now, like, I need to I feel I got 3 TV show offers in a matter of 14 days. That's like the only real things that like. So I wonder what else is in those barrage of messages that I'm missing. You know what I mean? It could all be just a bunch of garbage, crap talkers, or I don't know.
Curious. Are these shows also reality show competitions as well?
Oh, I don't want to say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I can say maybe one. That's not giving shit away. So I can say maybe one of the 3. Yeah.
Well, if you get the roles, please let me know, and I'll be glad to watch you and cheer you on.
One of them is just a 1 episode deal, but it's a full episode. But and the other 2 are like series. But that didn't give anything away. But definitely, yeah. And it doesn't have to wait long. One of them's airing in January, but.
Oh yeah,
I can say that. Can't say what it is, but like that's about the best that it's coming for me. It's just the hardest part for me now is learning how to deal with it all. And like, I want to like, it's just like people that sometimes it's weird. Sometimes people will give you compliment or give me. I'm talking about myself. They'll give me compliments, but like, I don't even know if they're being a troll walker. Like, is it a backhanded compliment? I don't know. I even have trouble differentiating that shit. You know what I mean? It's weird. But like, yeah, man. What is it? Yeah, no. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's just been absolutely nuts out here. But I am so glad to hear that you're getting some of that money back, bro. And I'm so glad you're doing good. I'm so glad you went on Alex Prime, bro. And I am looking to watch your further projects, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I really am, bro. And like I said, man, like you already know the drill about our future content. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
I know mine too.
It's midnight, December 20th, 2024, Friday.
Oh, there he goes. All right, and it's funny because I was just calling time too because I got this other thing I have to do. But dude, you know how we had talked about, we're not gonna release it yet, but about the future content surprise. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, audience, remember that because that's gonna be the bomb. Burt, I love you, broski. You're the man. I'm so glad to see you good. We're only gonna watch you rise because that's all you're gonna do is go up, man. Just like me. The 2 stars of the show, man, because I promise you it comes down. Season 3, wherever be remembered, as Alex and Burt ran that shit. That's a promise. Bro, I'll see you soon. And people out there, you'll see our content soon. Love you, big bro.
Love you too, my monkey king.
Later, brother.
Okay. Later, man.